What's going on? It's your boy Sermon at Sermon's Domain on Twitter. First off, Merry Christmas Eve to everybody watching. And if you're watching this after Christmas, well, ignore that message. The streets keep calling Yo Gotti. Last year, he said he was done with the Cocaine Muzik series. But it's so synonymous with his career that he just couldn't leave it alone. The fans want it. And realistically, when you look at it, unlike the Dedication series, Cocaine Muzik is only getting better and better. He's on installment number 9, White Friday CM9, and he still sounds as good, if not better, than the early versions of Cocaine Muzik. So I look at it like, as long as he's able to continue to make quality music, the Cocaine Muzik series should never die out. As an artist, Yo Gotti has really benefited from being on Epic Records. It feels like they really care about helping him improve as an artist. CM9 is one of the best projects that I've heard from Yo Gotti. He blends the streets and motivational raps that he's used to without making the project sound like it's something out of his past. I don't listen to this and feel like his formula is stale. I just look at him as improving as an artist and getting better. Like, you have a lane and you should stick to it, but you should always aim to get better. And so some of the beats on here are really good. The raps, I can tell he's improving because he's doing a few things differently. Basically, CM9 is different enough that it doesn't sound like his past work. Now for my favorite songs. The first one I wanted to highlight is I Remember featuring DJ Khaled. Rob Reef produced this. He's best known for his work with 50 Cent. He produced What Up Gangsta, as well as Bad Meets Evil. He did Scary Movies. He did a number of songs for them. So Rob provides Yo Gotti with this triumphant beat, and it's just, it stands out because it's not something that Yo Gotti typically goes for. It fits his style, his sound, but it's less of like a street sounding beat and more along the lines of like that triumphant, that it's got a lot of energy to it. And then at the end, DJ Khaled jumps out of his hiding spot from behind a bush to kick his usual game, to talk his talk. Some of the things Khaled talks about include usage of the word they. You know, they are trying to bring him down. They don't want to see him make money, which brings on to the next thing on the list, which is how much money he's made, about 25 million. And he remembers his first million. And then the rest of it is kind of a long list of other things he remembers. So it's, I don't want to say it's a necessary part to the song or that it really adds too much, but I think if I had to pick DJ Khaled talking on a record in 2016 that's not his own, I think Yo Gotti's I Remember would be high on the list compared to, I don't even know, I'm sure Khaled has talked on other people's records and I've said something about it, but this time it just feels like it works. The next record on my list is Off the Top, 3 a.m. This is Yo Gotti just spitting for 2 minutes and 41 seconds. No hooks, he's just going off. My favorite line is, you get shot that make you hot, but where I'm from that leave you scarred. That's some food for thought about how we view some of these rappers and everything that happens to them. Like, we glorify that stuff sometimes. Somebody gets shot, oh, we put him in the headlines and everybody starts listening to his music. It kind of validates him, but you don't really see what happens to a lot of people when they actually get shot. It does leave you scarred. There are a lot of just emotional trauma that comes with it. So I'm glad that Yo Gotti was able to highlight that. But Off the Top has one of the best flows that I've seen Yo Gotti do. I'm not going to Yo Gotti to get the best rapper or even the best flows, but I think he really combined the two, and this was one hell of a song for me. The last record I wanted to talk about is What Happened. This is one of Yo Gotti's most personal songs ever. Just a few weeks ago, his manager Mel Carter passed away. So this record is dedicated to him. It's a long 7+ minute song about the journey that they've had together, from the moment that they started to all the conversations that they had to just all the progress they've made. Yo Gotti really pours his heart out. He's talking about how they were just supposed to grow old together and end up retiring together. It's one of those songs that you can't force. I don't think this type of record is Yo Gotti's specialty, and I don't know that he should try to make more songs like this, but I love that he was able to make it in the moment, because you can tell that he was really connected to his manager, and you really feel like the relationship they had was just strong. It was more than music. Now a quick honorable mention, Castro, featuring Kanye West, 2 Chainz, Quavo, and Big Sean. The only reason why this is an honorable mention and not one of the records on my favorites is just because I talked about it in a previous video when they released the single. I love that song. It's high on my list, but you know, I've already said everything about it, so I really don't have anything more to say, but just know it's one of the better songs on the project. Now for the bad songs. Weatherman featuring Kodak Black. I don't know what it is about this hook or the Kodak's voice on here, but it just sounds weird to me. Maybe I'm more accustomed to how he sounds on Lockjaw, French Montana's single, because I've listened to that over and over again, so I'm just expecting everything to sound like that. Maybe not lyric-wise, but voice-wise. You could tell there's a difference between the two voices on the records. Not to mention that I feel like the hook that Kodak is spitting is just very generic. It really doesn't do anything for me. He says, I got cookie like the gingerbread man. Make it rain, call me Thunderman. Like, this just, it's not that good of a hook. I can understand why people would like it, but for me personally, I just wasn't feeling it. The other bad song on my list is Blah Blah Blah. In other weird song news, it just, like, Yo Gotti doesn't seem like somebody that would say blah blah blah. It's like a weird phrase. Like, you just look at some rappers or hear some rappers and you're like, they would never say this, they would never say that. And I'm not saying that there's rules to it. I'm just saying it feels a little out of place. It's like if I were to turn on a Macklemore record and he starts talking about how he's going to hit me with the chopper, or hit you with the chopper, hit somebody with the chopper. It doesn't mix well, in my opinion. I've been saying that Yo Gotti deserves more credit in hip-hop. He's had one hell of a run, and he's only gotten better with time. From the early days of Cocaine Muzik, back when he was running with Cash Money, all the way up until now, he's proven that he has staying power in hip-hop. Every time you seem to count Yo Gotti out, he comes out with another hit single. So I look at it like Yo Gotti deserves more credit, and we're starting to see it happen. He's respected among his peers, from the Futures to the Young Thugs, to the Kanyes, and the Jay-Z. You know, he signed a deal with Roc Nation just a couple weeks ago. So it's like Yo Gotti is getting the credit from the industry, but I don't know how much that's translating into the fans. But make no mistake, Yo Gotti is going to continue to work. He's going to continue to thrive. And he's going to continue to make music that eventually is going to reach everyone. I look at it, as long as Yo Gotti can still make quality music, the Cocaine Muzik series should live on. CM9 White Friday was one of my favorite projects from him. So those are my thoughts on Yo Gotti's White Friday CM9. Let me know what you think about it in the comment section below. And then like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're not already, share the video. Follow me on Twitter at @SermonsDomain. Thank you for watching. I appreciate your time, your comments, your likes, just having you here. Thank you. And until next time, peace.